Imagine for a moment that it is exactly 4 years ago, the Sunday before the 2008 New Hampshire primary.
If you believe we can change the world in 3 days' time.
We all knew what would happen. Senator Barack Obama, fresh from a big Iowa win, was well ahead of Senator Hillary Clinton in every poll. The question we'd be asking is, can she survive?
That is so great.
Now, if I had suggested back then that Clinton would win not just New Hampshire, but just about every big state primary and still lose the nomination, everyone would have said ridiculous. Nothing like that has ever happened. And that's exactly the point. Over and over again, political seers wind up looking like fools because they assume that what is past is prologue, that there are rules that govern elections, almost like laws of science. But the rule that really applies, it comes from a best-selling book of a few years ago, The Black Swan. Its central lesson is this: just because you haven't seen a black swan doesn't mean there aren't any. Or to put it more broadly, just because something has not happened before doesn't mean it won't happen now. For instance, 20 years ago, pundits would greet the approaching primary season by intoning, "No one has ever won the White House without first winning the New Hampshire primary." Now, you have to add, except the last three presidents, all of whom, Clinton, George W. Bush, and Obama, lost New Hampshire and won the White House. And what about one of the most recited rules of this election? No incumbent since FDR has been reelected when the unemployment rate was over 7.2%. It sure sounds like a scientific law, but it is not. Not like ice melts at 32 degrees. It has no real predictive value because it can't tell us whether that number represents an improvement or whether some other factor, a scandal, a crisis, a terrorist attack, will make the jobless rate less important. Sure, it is tempting to draw sweeping conclusions from the past, but the fact is we have no idea what black swan may come gliding along to throw every assumption and premise about the campaign into a cocked hat, which is why whoever called it political science must have had a wicked sense of humor.